where I grew up from, we never had a bathroom. So this might be weird, but that's true.
What's up, guys?
I'm Ash.
And I'm Evan.
And today we are
Talking about how our lives have completely changed.
Yeah, so basically right before we start, in case you've not yet subscribed, please hurry and do that. Anyway, guys, so what I'm going to say is I'll try to compare my life back then, specifically in Rukunjiri, where I come from, and I'll mix in where at Kuku's place, where you guys know, and then mix in Kampala at the end. So I'll start with where I did where I grew up from. So basically when we woke up, you know, it's just going straight to dig, you know, there is nothing like showering, go and look nice. No, you're going to dig, so you just have to wake up, sweep like around the floor, you know, no cement, guys. It's not like here in Switzerland where you can sit even on the ground. So where I come from, we used to clean the house, but our house was not cemented, so it's just sand down, so we just have to clean. But Kuku's place, it had cement, so we used a rag.
And Kuku's your grandmother.
Yeah,
for
Kuku
people
is
who
my
don't know.
grandmom. So my grandmom was richer than my dad, basically. I don't know. So at my really home, our house never had cement. It was, I think, a normal Ugandan house for people in the villages or poor people. I don't know how to state it. And so here, we use a vacuum, guys. I'm still not like so good with vacuums because I feel like they don't even clean well. So like yesterday when I was cleaning, I used a rag. I just got like a towel and used it because I feel like that cleans better, you know. So
Really?
guys, you can see the difference. My life has been like steps from sand to cement to tiles, and here I am on wood. Come on. Okay, guys. The second one is washing back home. So for us washing, we used to wash on Sundays because you can't wash other days. You have to go dig. Sorry. So we washed only on Sundays, and oh my God, a bunch of clothes. So at my grandma's mom's place, there is nothing like everyone will wash for himself. No. Everyone brings their clothes and you're there to wash, and only girls wash. Oh my God. It was like a hard thing to do. And then fetching water to wash, you have to go like down. I'll come back to that, guys, but yo, it was not easy. So of course we used hands and dry on the sun. And then where I come from, at my home, we used to go down the river. We stayed near the river, small river. So we used to take the whole clothes, like a whole bunch of clothes, go at the river, wash, and then carry them back home, you know, and put them on the sunshine. So you see the difference. Here, you just have to put in the washing machine, and then after washing machine, put in the dryer. Oh my God.
Well, it's different for me. I don't use the
That's
dryer.
why people here are lazy, guys. But the dryer is there for you. You just don't use it.
I don't use the dryer because it's expensive. So I hang up all of my clothes just like I did in Uganda. So that's one thing that stayed the same for me.
So guys, like here, even to wash, you have to pay. Where I come from, washing is free. Like everything is money here. So you see the difference. We wash from the well, from the small river, and then dry them there. Sometimes the ones that are not dry, you take them home and dry them. At Kuku's place, we washed from home. But here, I still don't think my clothes are clean because I mean, a machine just washes, and I don't trust that, guys, but that's how life has changed.
I'll have to
now.
interject there though, because I found that the common soap that you could find in Uganda to clean your clothes, it kind of messed with the material over time.
I think it
wasn't sensitive.
See, it's the soap you used, not the soap we used, because for us we've used that soap our entire life, and it washes so well.
I used Ariel in
See,
Uganda.
he uses like, you know, for us we used it to sabuni, blue soap. You don't know. Anyway, guys, next is showering. So here, everything, like, you can get warm water when you want. It's just a matter of you going to the bathroom and sitting. I feel like the next thing, they'll make it automatically that when you sit, water starts coming. That's the only missing part. Where I grew up from, we never had a bathroom. So this might be weird, but that's true. Where I grew up from, we never had a bathroom, so we waited for it to be like night or evening when it's a little bit dark, and then you put your water on a basin and go either on a veranda or in the banana plantations where no one will see you, and take your shower and go back inside. Or when you want to shower during the day, you had to like build a small bathroom in between banana plantations so that you're sure, or behind like coffee trees, so that no one sees you. So you can imagine that. And we used to do that without complaining. Or sometimes we used to go to my neighbor. I mean, this might be too much information, guys, but it's the past, So I don't say, okay, not everyone grew up like that. That's how I grew up. Not everyone from Rukunjiri. People have better lives. I mean, if you met me at school, you wouldn't know that I don't have a bathroom at all. That's life. But at my kuku's place, we had a bathroom outside made of stones, small bathroom, and of course you also had to carry water for yourself. And if you want to cook, to shower warm water, you have to cook it, of course. So I've been doing that even in Kampala, cooking water and showering, because I'm not a fan of cold water. So yeah.
I like having hot showers. And most of the time when I was in Uganda, either my water boiler was broken or it was just completely disconnected. So now that we're in Switzerland, having hot water every day.
I think I was dirty when I was young, because even the situation makes you dirty, because you don't get appetite to go into that bathroom or to go in that forest to shower. You're like, what if someone sees me? But now that I experience good bathrooms, I can shower even 10 times. And when I'm in the shower, it will take 1,000 minutes.
Yeah, if it's uncomfortable, you lose morale. And I think that was my problem. I just had to mentally prepare for cold showers every day, so I just didn't want to take showers.
My grandmom has a bathroom inside now, and one day I plan to bring the water for her inside too, because that would be cool. So now she has a bathroom inside, but she doesn't have water inside. Drinking water. So guys, in Uganda we had to cook water to drink. Like, who doesn't? Where I come from, water looked yellow. Like in the small river, water is yellow, so it doesn't give you appetite to drink. But my grandmom had omugano. I don't know. People say it's a well, but for me, I don't think it's well. Because a well, it's like, they put like a pipe down from soil, like, so water comes from, so like you just see a small pipe where water comes from.
Okay.
But a borehole is where you dance and dance as water comes out in the front. So I feel like that's not, there are two different things. The other one, you don't have to push water, to pump water, it just comes out. Yeah, so every time I went to my grandmom's home, I used to drink that water, because for it looks white like normal water. They put something that,
filters
it out. But at my real home, you have to cook that water because it looks so bad,
And did you get sick from the water?
No, and we used to drink it and not getting sick. But it's funny how, like, people from rich families, they always say, don't drink dirty water, you'll be sick. We didn't get sick. I think sometimes either God says that we don't afford money for treatment, or it's just rich people have like weak bodies. Because I mean, I've been drinking, I never had bilharzia in my life, but the moment Evan steps in ginger, he has bilharzia, and I'm like, who does that? And for us, the water we drank, people used to even shower from it. Sometimes kids poop in water, but nothing happens to us. I think God sometimes says these people, we were just living with God's mercy, and people are still living like that, guys. Have you tried drinking that yellow water in Uganda?
I would never drink just water from the tap in Uganda. I always boiled it, sometimes boiled it twice.
And by Renzori.
And by Renzori, no, I would either get water refills. You get these big jugs of water, and you get new ones by sending the old one back. Or I would use my own water filter. So it's nice to just be able to go to the kitchen sink or the bathroom sink and just be able to drink that water here in Switzerland and just trust that it's totally clean. And yeah, I missed that.
Yeah, here, guys, another thing about like taps, if you want cold water, you get it. If you want medium cold, like warm and then hot, you do just from one tap. You don't need to first cook. You don't need a refrigerator. Life, it's life. Anyway, eating free food. Guys, I'll say it, I love free food. And it's not because I can't afford, sometimes it's because it's what I'm used to. Where I grew up from, at my home, we never had plenty of food, so sometimes we used to go to Kuku's place. So guys, you will hear Kuku a lot because she's been my hero my whole life. So we used to sometimes go with Akadeya. What is Akadeya? Like these sacks, empty paper, like a kavera, and then go. Guys, what is Akadeya in Akakutia in Uganda, Akadeya in Runyankore? That one. We used to go with it, walk kilometers and kilometers because
they carried food?
Yeah, and then go to Kuku's place, carry like all food and then go back home. But yo, guys, it's a long distance and we never had money for border. So we had to like go on those mountains. Like, you remember the school we went to down and then go back to Kuku's place and go back home. So, but yeah, it was free food. We had our grandmom who was hardworking, so free food. And at Kuku's place, everything, free fruits, free vegetables, free everything. But guys, here cassava, just one cassava, you see one in Switzerland. It's 4 Swiss francs, which is like
4 times
4,000.
4,000.
So it's like 14,000.
No, it's like 16,000.
16,000, just one, and I'm not sure whether it tastes like real cassava. And they make me buy that. You can imagine that pain.
Yeah, the food, my eating patterns have definitely changed because of cost here. Guys, I don't eat much fruits and vegetables ever since I moved to Switzerland, because it's just so expensive. Whereas in Uganda, you can get like these huge avocados the size of your head for like 13 cents. And yeah, it's just much more affordable. But here, I don't eat many fruits and vegetables. But I am feeling a lot healthier than I did in Uganda, which is funny. And it's caused me to start cooking a lot more. So I just cook for myself a lot more than getting takeout food. So it just makes me more creative, and I feel like maybe that's why it's also healthier, because I'm not eating greasy takeout food.
Yeah, guys, yeah. Guys, another thing, this was not even part of the script, but here, they eat bread like we eat matoke where I come from. Everything bread. Sandwich, even pizza is like bread. Like everything is bread. Who does that? I'm like tired of bread, but I have no option. But where I come from, we eat real food. I think that's why our bodies are more hard and healthier than, okay, not healthy, but harder than them, because you see, bread can't take you anywhere. But okay, I'm kidding. Going to school back then in Rukundiri, I used to walk, and walking kilometers, like it's like walking from Kampala to like Bunga. Guys, if you're in Kampala,
how far
I
is
think
that?
from, I don't know,
how long
but
of a walk?
I don't know, like an hour while walking, but then it's
Uphill.
Yeah, so you can
Very
imagine, I hate walking, so you can imagine how I used to be like in the evening. But in Kampala, I used to use border on my, when I was at the university, sometimes border, sometimes still walk. Here I walk, I stay just a minute to my university, so that's there is no big difference. But the difference is the roads where I come from, they are dirty, and here you can even put food and eat. So that's the difference. Then markets we had, it's different here. I think here like you have supermarkets and stuff. Where I come from, there is no supermarkets unless you go to like Rukunjiri, the town. But where I come from, there is no supermarket. There are small shops, and to get them, you have to walk for like 15 minutes to the shops where they are. But we had markets, Sakatareka, Kashenyi, like once every Monday, where you go. My mom used to go. When mom says let's go, you're going to eat pork. And the pork in Uganda, in the village, is the real pork. The other pork here, where I don't know what you're talking about. So it was very nice, and we ate oburenge, the pancakes. I miss that.
Banana pancakes?
Yeah.
Okay. Kabalagala.
Yeah. And also, guys, our house, most of the houses in the village where I grew up from, they were made of reeds and soil and sand, But this side, can you believe this side, some people don't even use bricks to... I still don't understand how they bring up a house without reeds.
With wood.
Like
At
wood,
least in the US. I don't know.
like wood, the moment you do this with fire, the whole house is gone. So anyway,
I think you can construct them in fire-resistant ways, though. Yeah.
So another thing, no house numbers. Okay, people say they're house numbers, but as far as I remember, when you put Chamaka on Google Maps in Uganda, you might end up in Ruwero. So never trust Google Maps in Uganda. But here, every house has a number that you can't really get lost. You can even move by numbers. And then...
Yeah, that was the problem when we set up our YouTube. Because in order to be like a registered creator on YouTube, you have to have this code mailed to you by YouTube, by Google. So they physically send it in the mail. And Ash didn't have an address you could mail to.
Yeah, and I didn't even know what P.O. Box means. It's funny, I went to school, I had my degree, but I knew like P.O. Box is just something, a number that is put there. I didn't know they can send something through a P.O. Box. But so later, a friend who worked with me at Galaxy told me you can use the Galaxy one and stuff like that, because it's the only option we had. Anyway, next is cash and credit. Here, everything is like credit. But in Uganda, it's cash. You give me a caron, and I give you cash. And time and sunsets, I still hate this. Guys, now that summer is coming close, it's not dark until 9. Come on. Me, when I see light, I know it's early. And then earlier before, in the winter, it used to get dark at 4. Shai kumi, you can imagine. So I don't like that. But in Uganda...
Oh, I love it. The summers are long days. You can go out and just feel like the day's still alive.
In Uganda, by 6 or 7, it's already
The sun's
dark.
down at 7.
Yeah.
And it goes down pretty quick in Uganda because you're right on the equator. I think that's the reason why. Versus when you're up north or more south, it takes longer for the sun to completely go down and for the light to just completely get dark.
Yeah. Second last, guys, on me. In Uganda, even if you have no friends, you socialize. Like you have people are not afraid to come to you, start talking, telling you stories. You can never feel lonely. You can never spend a day without talking. So I really had no friends, but I used to talk. I'm a talker. People who know me now, I can talk like a radio station from morning to evening and night without stopping, But here, I even spend a day without talking, and that hurts me because my talent is being spoiled. Anyway, last one is...
That's why we're on this video.
Yeah. And last one on my side maybe is university way of teaching. It is so different here. Everyone has a laptop. Yo, in Uganda, almost like 90% of the class, maybe, I'm not saying if people at Makerere University all have laptops, I can understand. But where I studied, Kampala International University, not everyone has a laptop. Like, almost like only 5 people have laptops, or 10 or 20 out of 100 something people in class. So the teacher you have to keep printing, and that requires money, you know. But here everyone has a laptop, you know. Things are a bit easier here. So all in all, guys, life here is a bit easier, but it makes someone lazy. So you see that the difference, and it's taking people's jobs. In Uganda, we have many cleaners who come at your home to wash and get that 10,000. Here, you won't get someone who is going to wash for 10,000. So human employment, but I still prefer here. It's time to get Teresa.
Okay, so differences between life in Uganda and here in Switzerland. For me, I think I talked a little bit about this already, but like I said, my eating has changed. I can't afford as much takeout, so that's causing me to eat a little bit healthier. But at the same time, I can't afford fruits and vegetables. Maybe for feelings, that's something that's changed a lot. Here in Switzerland, I feel a bit more at peace. Like I can just go to the park if I want to, or if it's nighttime, I can go outside. And versus in Uganda, it's not always a good idea to go out by yourself at nighttime, especially where I was in Jinja. So I just stayed inside a lot of the time, and it just kind of just got bored. Versus here, I can just go out whenever I want, and so that's just a nice feeling. But at the same time, maybe a negative is I feel like I have a little bit less purpose here than when I was in Uganda, because as many of you guys know, I was working for, and I still work for, a nonprofit based in Uganda. And when I was there in Uganda, I was able to see the impact every day of the work I was doing pretty much. And so you felt really close to the work, and you felt like it was very meaningful to just be able to see the impact we were making on all these families' lives. But here I do the same work, but it feels a little bit disconnected. So I feel a little bit less purpose. So that's maybe a downer. Maybe another negative of being here is in Switzerland, they love their rules. So I feel like maybe you feel like this too. You feel like you walk around like you're on eggshells. Like you have to watch your every step.
No, gender no shoba nkembo erukunia mbaraza. Like when a dog is pooping on the veranda, it's like
it's watching.
Yeah, someone is watching me.
Exactly. Yeah, you feel like everybody's watching you, and you just have to, especially as a foreigner. So I think I missed that about Uganda, and more so back in Boston, just feeling like I could yell at the top of my lungs and I wouldn't have to care about the police coming or something like that. So I feel like a little bit more restricted here. So that's one thing I don't like. But maybe as a last one, the air is just really fresh. And I grew up with asthma, so I'm a bit sensitive to smoke and to just breathing in general. So in Jinja in Uganda, there's a lot of smog. There's a lot of factories there, and just people burning their trash. That's how they dispose of their trash most of the time. So that just really bothered my lungs, and I felt like I couldn't breathe most of the time. But here, it's like the air is a lot cleaner. Fresh Swiss mountain air is all around us. And so I feel like that's also contributed to me feeling a lot healthier here. So,
yeah. Guys, another thing is here you have to pay for health insurance whether you get sick or not. So the government is picking a lot of money from me, But in Uganda, like me, I never get sick, so it annoys me to find that I'm paying money per month. But I think it's for the safer side. And Switzerland is so safe compared to Uganda. So Uganda is my homeland, it's where I come from, but in terms of living, I would prefer Switzerland, But East-West home is always the best. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching. This was a long video if anyone is still watching. But we hope you really enjoyed this and let us know what you think.
And guys, today's Bible verse comes from Matthew 28:20, and it's Jesus speaking. He says, "Behold, I am with you always, even to the end of the age." So we just want to encourage you to know that if you're a believer in Jesus, He's always with you, wherever you are for all of your life. Whether you're in your home country or you're very far away, Jesus is with you. So we hope you're encouraged. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Ciao.
Ciao.